This HAN Network video is brought to you by Coastal Orthopedics.
Welcome back to the Darien Ice Rink. I'm Rob Adams. After two, a very impressive performance by the Darien Blue Wave. They lead 6-0 here in this FCAC semifinal, but we are very happy to be joined by Claire Craven, who is going to tell us all about FCAC #IceALS. And icing ALS is something I think we would all like to see. You know, the origin of it all is Lou Gehrig's disease, amyotrophic lateral sclerosis. Lou Gehrig, of course, 1939, makes his famous speech at Yankee Stadium. And Claire, it has become known as Lou Gehrig's disease, but it's almost kind of moved back into being known as ALS once again. And regardless of whatever you want to call it, this is a very worthwhile campaign going on here tonight for and a very good charity. Tell me how this all came to be.
Well, it began actually last year. My son played hockey as a senior, and his coach approached our family knowing that our husband was diagnosed, well, not our, my husband, was diagnosed with ALS, and asked what he could do, and said so many people had approached him on how the community could support us. One of the things that we talked about was that ALS is not an incurable disease, but it definitely is an underfunded one. So we decided to team up with our rival, Ridgefield, and we had a huge hockey game and raised a ton of money for ALS research. And it was so well received, and the kids had so much fun that the FCAC actually approached us this year about taking that same idea and spreading it to all of the schools. So this year we have 15 schools, 20 different teams, both boys and girls ice hockey, and we had 21 games in the month of January where all of these players had bake sales and, you know, chuck-a-pucks like we're doing tonight and 50-50s, and just really went out of their way to help raise funds for ALS. It was fantastic.
And you set a goal, as we talked about, because we had you on the first game as well, but you set a goal, you're trying to attain that goal, and you know, all the schools are trying to contribute, and even there, not a competition, but they're certainly keeping track of what schools are raising, you know, certain amounts of money.
Absolutely. And you know what? This is ice hockey. It's always about competition. So there's competition on the ice and competition off the ice. And good-natured. You know, the one thing I love about ice hockey is no matter how tough it is on the ice, you shake hands and you move on when you get off. And that was kind of our philosophy. So the players have all joined together, and trust me, they know exactly who is where in the pecking order. So if you go actually to our website, which is als.net/IceALS, you can actually see a banner on the right-hand side, and each of the 15 schools is listed. You can see who's in first and who's in second and who needs some help. And so we just encourage everyone to log on, donate, $5 or $5,000. Every penny helps.
I will give away a little secret, though. If you go look at that website, you will see which team is in the lead. And this very cool sweater that you're wearing. You and I talked about it at one point during a break in the action here tonight. These very cool jersey sweaters, as we call them in hockey. Very cool what you're wearing.
They are. You know what? Brett Amaro last season actually purchased a whole set of jerseys, and these are our ALS jerseys. So no matter which team is playing for Wilton, the boys or the girls, they get to wear the jerseys. And mine happens to have a 21 because that was my son's number who played last year. But it's fantastic, and there were so many people that really helped out. You know, one of the people that really was fantastic was Blue Line Sports, and Jamie Tropsa and his entire team donated all of the helmet stickers, not only for our players last year, but for all 500 players who played this year. So it was just a fantastic effort, and just such a glimpse into what hockey is about, and the sense of family that you have, and how when one of yours is down, everyone piles in and wants to help.
How about your husband? What can you tell us about him? And you know, just tell us about him.
You know what? I'm blessed. He is doing really well. My husband has a very slower version. Most people, unfortunately, are gone within 2 years. About 50% pass within 2 years. And then certainly within 10 years is about the longevity of the disease. But he is doing well. He actually started with his symptoms in his hands and his throat. So like most people who are diagnosed, 90% are sporadic. They don't understand why. And like Most of them, we were confused and didn't really understand why, but pretty soon a visit to a doctor let us know what's going on. So, he's doing great. He still walks and still has mobility. He is retired now and trying to enjoy some time with his kids. We have 2 daughters that are seniors this year and captains of their high school hockey team, and then of course our son is at Holy Cross playing club hockey. But we are doing well as a family. Thank you for asking.
Well, you give our best to Eric as well, and to your daughters and your son, and thank you because you've been such a trooper to come up here so many times tonight to speak with us. And let's stay in touch. We've got Nutmeg Sports here on the HAN Network. Let's keep getting the word out and keep doing what we can to get rid of ALS.
Thank you. We sure appreciate anyone and everyone's support. It's a wonderful opportunity to come together to a great cause and a great charity.
Well, Claire, thank you so much. We look forward to speaking with you again, and enjoy the third period of this hockey game.
Thank you. We will.
All right. We get ready to take a break here from the Darien Ice Rink. 6-0 after 2. Darien on their way to the FCAC championship game where they'll meet New Canaan. We'll get the third period going in a little bit right here. You're watching the FCAC on the HAN Network.